So Louise, thank you so much for joining us on the Thoughts
having
on
me.
Purpose podcast. Great to be here in your amazing gym. Been looking forward to this day for quite a while.
Yes, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got some notes here. Now, you correct me if any of these aren't right, okay? You correct me. So you have co-founded BroFit, this amazing gym, with your sister Beck.
Correct.
Yeah. And you hold 2 Guinness World Records. You had 3.
Had 3.
But just today you found out?
I did know a little while ago, but I chose to let it go over my head. But for some reason, it popped back into my head today. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and you're gonna, what's the word? Defend that title, is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Good.
I definitely feel I can. So
Yeah.
I've got another little world record that I want to have a crack at. So I'll do that first, and then if there's time between now and the end of the year, I'll definitely do it again.
Amazing. And the world record Louise is talking about is a world record on the ski erg, correct?
The new one, yes, on the ski erg. Yeah.
Amazing. And what's involved in that?
So it's best time for 2 kilometres. So, and it goes in age groups. So it's not a Guinness World Record, this one. It's a Concept 2 one, which is the brand that makes the machine. So for 2Ks in the old age of 30 to 39, it is 7 minutes 24 currently. So I need to get under
all right,
that.
so it's fast.
It's
to
fast.
the point and brutal.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would definitely say it's harder than 24 hours of burpees.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I've had very nasty experiences on ski ergs. I was out for days after.
Yeah. I can resonate.
Yeah. Amazing. So, like I was saying, I was so excited to chat to you because we caught up for a coffee and I followed your work for a while, and I love how relentless you are when it comes to going after what you love and what I would say inspires you. That's the word I'd use. I don't know if you'd resonate with that. And that's what I really want to convey to other people. I want everyone watching this to look at Louise's life and look at your own life and think about how you can apply more of Louise's amazing mindset and way of being. And you're very humble. I know you're not going to...
I really hope people get a lot out of it, because I wish that if I was younger, I had a role model to look up to and start earlier than what I did. So
How did you, because you've mentioned that you used to go around halls and run training sessions when you started out as a PT, correct? And when did the Guinness World Record thing come into your mind?
So before that, when I very first started, I started in Western Australia at one of the very first F45s when they were around. So started in group training classes, then moved back to Tasmania, continued doing so, and then from there ventured out by myself to start with into the halls, just running really random class times that just suited me.
Perfect.
And then they started to build to the point that I needed a bit of help. So I asked my sister to quit her job and come hang and help and play. So we did, and we got a bit more of a realistic timetable together. And we were getting 60 people in a hall of a Saturday morning.
Wow.
It was insane. I think over my time of being a trainer, I always loved a burpee. So then I think there was a lady, and she tried to break the Guinness World Records, and it blew up on social media, and I got tagged, I reckon, 200 times, not even kidding. Like, my phone was blowing up, like, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. And I was like, okay, done, I'll do it. What am I doing? Okay, sure.
Okay. I love
so then, we found out what had to be done with Guinness World Records and you have to apply. And it takes 3 months for them to approve it, so it was a bit of a wait. And then we're on.
That's incredible. I love it. And actually, I've interviewed one other person who holds Guinness World Records, and it's actually in muscle ups. That's what they're called, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
who's that?
let me think of his name. John Templeton.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's a pretty cool thing, and like I said, the mindset that's involved in it is what really fascinates me. But before we delve into that, I'd love to hear a bit about growing up. Is this something, when you thought about your future, is this what you thought you would do with your life?
It's, I think, what a lot of others knew that I would do.
Okay.
But growing up, I was always into sport and very physically active. But to be honest, I had no clue exactly what I wanted to do. I knew I had a passion for moving and sport and people. I just didn't know that I got told many times that I would own a gym or do something like that, but I didn't actually at that point in life go, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. I didn't know.
Okay.
Until I was working in the mines in WA and I had some free time. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to study my certificates, and I did. And then it wasn't until I started actually on the floor in the group training setting that I knew that this is what I love.
Amazing. Amazing. Is that where you met your husband? Did you meet him working in the mines?
He was working in the mines, but not on the same one. Yeah, on Tinder.
Perfect. Yeah, I've heard many happy stories from Tinder. That's good. I love that. So I'm curious, because a lot of people who do personal training, I actually wanted to be a personal trainer when I was younger, but never worked out that way. I guess you see a lot of people and they just settle for working for someone else, working in a gym. It takes a lot of courage to go and step out and do your own thing. Was there ever a time in your life where you were really questioning if you could do this?
I don't think so. So when I was working in WA at a group training gym, I bought a body composition scanner. Mm-hmm. So that was like my side business, as well as working for the gym doing classes.
Okay.
And I took bookings wherever I could fit them.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my first real introduction for working for myself. And I really liked that. And as that started to ramp up, I had to start saying no to others and to be able to, get more of those scans in.
Yeah.
And then moved back to Tassie, and I still had the business in Perth. So once a month I was flying back and forth to Perth and just trying to make it work, and it didn't. Okay. I couldn't fulfill what I needed to do for my business and continue to work for somebody else and fulfill what they needed from me. So I just took a big leap, I guess. I didn't know if it was going to turn out. I didn't really have a business plan, but I definitely knew that having that freedom to be able to move and do what I wanted when I wanted, to some extent, I guess, is where I needed to be.
Yeah. Amazing. Were you very good at school? Like at schoolwork, were you pretty exceptional at that? Because it seems like you've...
No, I don't think... No, I definitely wasn't exceptional. Okay. If I enjoyed the subject, I'll do well. I'm very much... If I'm enjoying it, I did pretty okay.
Yep.
And if I didn't, I would probably just pass. But, yeah.
So you weren't... You weren't like an A student all the time?
No, I wouldn't say so. No, not at all. Not at all. And especially when I didn't know what I wanted to do, I found it extremely hard to keep my head focused. I found now I love what I do, so continuing my education in the field now is so easy because I want to do it and I want to learn, so I will do it. Back then, and I was like, I don't know what I want to do. Like, cool, I'll just sit in this class, and I couldn't focus as well as what I can now.
That's very interesting. The reason I ask that is because I often speak to people and they have the story, I didn't do well in school, so I can't do what I really like.
No, I think if I wanted to do something that I needed to do well at school, I could go back and do it. But I feel like, doing this is okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you've noticed that you excel at doing things that, again, inspire you.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Also, do you expect yourself to be good at other things, like outside of this? Do you have a expectation of yourself to be good at everything?
Not at everything, no, definitely not. Definitely very keen on staying in my own lane, and industry professionals are there for a reason. So you build your community, and if I don't fulfill the need from that person, then I send them to you for mindset and coaching and that kind of stuff. So no, I just do my best in everything that I try, and I definitely know where the line is to handball it over to somebody else for sure.
And that word you said, community, and that's what I really sense just having seen this gym on social media, and you're expanding, you're moving to a new location, which is just phenomenal. Talk to me about how because I would class you as a leader, you and Beck, both leaders. What would you say to other people who maybe have some hesitation around, like they want to do something similar to what you're doing, they don't want to just get a job. They don't want to just do the mainstream stuff. They want to sort of, I guess, create their own path a little bit.
Yeah.
But they have the fears and the doubts. What would you say to them when it comes to supporting other people?
The fears and the doubts are normal. I don't think you'd be too normal if you didn't have those. But I guess for us, and I think Beck would definitely agree, we knew that we loved what we do, and we do it well, so that it would work.
Yeah.
And then when you take the leap, you make it work.
That's cool.
But yeah, we had full faith that, quitting our jobs and having to, fund 2 full-time wages was going to work out okay.
Yes. Yeah. Did you have a community of people before you did that?
Yeah, I think we just had a really good friendship, like a really good network of people that trusted us in our ability to be good trainers and leaders, and quite a good social media following, I guess. And then that was enough to, it's really, in Tassie's beautiful, it's very much word of mouth, and one person loves it, so they bring their friends. And as long as you keep on delivering and constantly learning and evolving, then, you can maintain that community and the support stays around.
I love that. What about if someone didn't have a good friend circle and they were maybe a little bit, and I'm asking these questions because these are challenges I see
for sure
other people facing, and I think it's so cool to have it come from you. Someone who's really like fully stepped into this, like you're massively in momentum with this stuff. If someone, again, they have the dream to go and do something new over and above what a lot of people around them are doing, maybe outside anything their family have done in the past, but they don't have any community, they don't have anything in place.
I really feel, well, for me still to this day, if I see somebody living and breathing what they're trying to sell or deliver, then it's a yes. So live it, breathe it, and you've already sold it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Rightio.
Yeah.
So the people will be drawn to that.
Yeah, I'm drawn to that.
Yeah.
I couldn't care about your social media following personally,
Yeah.
but if you're living and breathing and doing what you're trying to deliver or asking of others to do, then I would come to you. You've sold me already.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. That's very, very powerful indeed. What do most people not realise about you? Do you think, I don't think people know that about me?
I'm stubborn.
Stubborn?
Yeah.
That's that strong mindset.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What makes you say you're stubborn?
If I want to do something, I'll stop at nothing to do it.
Yeah. Have you always been like that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I've broken 15 bones in my body, so I think that says a lot enough.
Interesting.
Yeah. Something that people might not know. I actually am afraid of not being in my own environment, to be honest. I surround myself in this beautiful gym all day, every day. So when I put myself not in my environment, it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I can definitely resonate with someone wanting to start out and like wanting to do something but might not have the community or the following because it's daunting.
Yeah.
For me, like I train in this gym all day, every day. For me to go to another gym and train, I'm just like that new beginner person that has all those butterflies and is super nervous and probably got the sweats before they walk in. Like I feel that, I still feel that. Like I'm not, just because I gym every day, I'm not so confident walking into any gym.
Yeah, interesting.
It's more just that safe comfort zone for me.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you for sharing that. But you don't let that stop you. No. You don't let that get in the way.
No, once I'm there, I'm fine. Like once I've started, I'm fine. But
of course.
Yeah, I don't think many people would know that.
Yeah, because interesting. I definitely wouldn't pick it speaking to you like you. Yeah. You come off very confident. But we all have our things, like we all do, and I appreciate you sharing that because again, that's really, I guess, relatable for a lot of people.
Yeah, and I think that's what I love about here, that having that, I can definitely resonate with newbies that walk through our door.
Yes.
Like, we follow up with the messages, we make sure that they're okay, we touch base with them, because I know that if that was me, that's what I wanted and needed at the time.
I love that. I love that. So you can give them that support to make them feel like they're part of the community.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love how when you talk about your routines, I love that. So you get up I think you said in that post, you tagged me in recently.
3:30.
3:30 a.m.
Yep.
Go to bed at 7.
7:30. Yeah.
That is good. That's textbook. That's textbook.
I don't sleep great, so going to bed at that time, I don't have kids, so I can't relate to being a parent, but I definitely toss and turn, and I don't get great sleep, so I go to bed then to ensure I do get enough good quality sleep throughout that time.
Okay, yeah. And just for your recovery, it's
yeah. Or if I don't sleep, I'm not good for nothing.
Yeah, that's right. I love that. It's interesting, one of the things I support my clients with that often has one of the biggest shifts, that causes one of the biggest shifts, is just getting their sleep right. So I love it that you're prioritising that. You've got those set times, you've got the consistency, so your body knows, it's time to wind down. Honestly,
like I've been going to bed so early for so long that if I get invited for dinner, most people's dinners at like 6:30 or 7, I get really anxious. I'm like, oh no, that's my bedtime, and then I've got to drive home. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to get enough sleep. But I'm really stubborn with that. Like it's something that I don't tend to, not go down. I don't really compromise much on it. I'm always generally make sure that I can get enough sleep. Weekends maybe, but weeknights, no. I need that.
No, that's I really admire that actually. You seem to have a really good balance though. You seem to have a good balance between your amazing work ethic and enjoying yourself too. Like I see.
We have a good time.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, we have. Good. Yeah, we're very lucky to live in an amazing community in South Arm.
Yeah.
Lots of our family still live down there. We all grew up there, and just a really cool group of people, young people with young families. So always out and about doing something, surfing, playing with the kids, out on the boat. Yeah. Always making time for family and friends is a priority too. Yeah.
Have there been times in your life where, because you seem so relaxed, like I speak to a lot of business owners and it seems like they can hardly catch a breath, but you seem very chilled, like you run this great business, you're going for world records.
I guess at the end of the day, you've just got to try. You've got to put in the effort, and it's either going to work or it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't put in the effort, you'll never know.
Yeah.
I think we're just very fortunate so far that it has worked out, and it has worked in our favour. But like I said, we've got a pretty cool group of people around us, like helping us out physically, mentally, emotionally, all that kind of stuff. So all helps and all that.
It certainly does. It certainly does. Is there anything that you would like to talk about? Is there anything that you think about and you're like, I wish more people knew this. It would really help them if they knew this.
It's okay to ask for help or guidance, especially when you're younger.
Yeah.
I think I was always just really timid and really scared. And my best mentor was not my best mentor, but the best advice I got was from my first ever boss. And she actually made me cry quite a few times but she was just straight to the point. She knew what was expected of me, and that was it. Like, it was just black and white. This is what you need to do in your job. And I think it just was like, it actually is. And that was in a group fitness environment. I wasn't there to be a cheerleader. I was there to do a job and do what I learnt when I studied. So I was like, I thought this job was a bit like, yay, go guys, you've got this. But no, it's to educate people. Like, that's a part of it.
Yeah.
And from that, she kind of pushed me down to build me up a little. And then I kind of got the courage to continue to ask her so many questions about the industry and life and jobs and being a boss and all that kind of stuff. And then, it's okay to ask questions, and whatever the answer may be, good or bad.
Yeah.
Ask questions all the time, please.
Yeah, I would second
Reach out. People love people that ask questions.
Yes, 1,000%.
I highly respect that.
That's very, very valuable advice right there. So apart from that lady, and when you say she made you cry, she made you cry? There's a play centre next door, so if you hear weird screaming, it's not the camera guy. She made you cry because she challenged you, or she called you out? Or?
Yep. She challenged me. She just asked me a few questions like, why did you do that in class?
Okay.
What do you think you could have done better? And at that stage in my life, I hadn't really been questioned too much. I kind of came out of high school into college, started working, you know, the normal casual restaurant-y kind of jobs that many do. And I wasn't really ever questioned or challenged too much. So that was actually really nice. I like that.
It's refreshing.
It was refreshing.
Yeah.
It actually helped me learn a lot.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful for that.
I love that. You can't explain it. Like I would say the same thing
it's really
with the
hard
army.
Yeah.
Being challenged in the army, having someone scream in your face, like it's, and it is literally that they are testing you, they're breaking you down to build you up.
Yeah, to build you up.
It's the biggest favour they're actually doing for you.
100%.
As warped as it might seem to some people, you can't explain it, but I resonate with that.
Yeah. So definitely one thing that I would love to do more of, especially in the new space we'll have more time and more trainers, is to sit down and do more personal development with our staff members and break them down a little bit and question them and, you know, analyse a training session, as scary as that may be.
Yeah.
Watch them like a hawk and then give them that, you know, exact feedback that they might need, because as scary as it is, everyone needs it. I still need it.
Yeah.
I would love for someone to do that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1,000%. And that's what really people who are playing at an exceptional level, they all do that. It's like if you watch an athlete, like a boxer, they're always rewatching the matches, seeing where they could do better. 1,000%. I love that. What has been, obviously you've got your amazing morning routine, like your sleep time, your wake up time. Have there been any other habits that you've integrated in your life as a business owner and as a leader that have really just added something extra to your life?
Ocean swims.
Ocean swims, okay.
I really feel like, or I actually take that back, ocean swims and turning the last 2 minutes of my shower to super cold water every morning. So
and it is super cold here in Tasmania too.
Yeah, tank water as well.
Okay.
It's tough at 3:30 in the morning when it's icy cold water. It is such a great kickstart to your metabolism, to your body, and it's the hardest thing you'll probably do all day. So if you do that at 3:30 in the morning, you're flying.
Yeah.
I really love it. The days that I don't, I like kind of in the car driving here, I'm like, a bit stiff, not quite awake. Oh no, if I've turned my shower cold, done some mindfulness, done some breath work, and I'm good. Yeah. So much better for it.
Yeah. The primary, they call it the primary win of the day. Yeah. First thing in the morning, do something challenging. I love that. It's great stuff.
And I don't know how many people actually do it. A lot of people say that they do, but I don't know if they do. So, do it.
I love it.
Do it.
1,000%. Yeah, I've done it for years. Gus does it.
Yeah. My coach actually, he said he hasn't had a warm shower in, I think it's clocking up towards 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's commitment. Where does he live?
Sydney.
Oh, Sydney. Okay. So
his cold shower might be our warm shower.
That's true. But that's very
still,
true.
Yeah.
I love that. Amazing. And ocean swims, that's a big thing. And you surf as well.
I mean, I'm very beginner, but I get out there and have a crack. We all love it. Being in lockdown last year, we were very fortunate enough to live by the beach and be able to surf 2 minutes from the house, so that was nice.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it's a beautiful area down in South Arm. Yeah, my wife and I love that area. We've actually looked at moving down there a few times, but it's not quite worked out for whatever reason.
Yeah. It's meant to be.
It's not meant to be. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Talk to me about if you could wave a magic wand and you could achieve everything you want in the next 3 years in your business and with your records. Where would you love to be? Like, how big are you thinking right now?
I don't think it's any amount of records. It's not the records for me, and I know that sounds a little bit weird in saying I'm going to do the 60-minute record again. Yeah. It's literally, I love having a goal, and I'm better for it if I do. Yes. So I was kind of training, and for a while I really enjoyed training just for the sake of it with no pressure, because it is quite a lot of pressure and expectation that I put on myself when I choose to do these things. But then it was time for a new goal. So then I'm okay at the ski erg, so let's see if I can get that. And then with the burpees, I actually just think I want to do it for myself, not the fact to take over that other person's record. It's more just to prove to myself that I've got a little bit more in my tank to do that, because to be honest, I don't know if I said it on Darren's podcast or not, but I knew after I'd done the 2 later world records, I knew my first one wasn't anything special. I was like, oh my God, I only got that. I've always had this thought in my head that I could outdo that tomorrow if I wanted to, just through the growth, personal development and fitness levels over the years. I still, I'd give it a good run for its money even if I did it tomorrow, I think. But I'll train for it properly after the ski. But, it's not to say that I've got it again. I've got the reins. That's, on me again. It's more I focus better with a goal, and it's just for my personal development. The harder I push in physical goals, I learn more mentally and emotionally and that kind of thing. So it all works together for me. And that's the one thing that I find easiest for me to channel my energy is the physical stuff. So.
Yes. So good. So good. When you were doing your, because it was in this room, you actually did your records, correct? Yeah, amazing. When you're doing those, and because how many did you get to in your second record?
So my second record was the 60 seconds.
Okay, so the most recent one.
The 24 hours?
24 hours, yes. How many did
24 hours. I did 5,756.
5,000?
Yeah.
5,756?
Yep, 5,756.
Wow.
But I wasn't overly happy. Like, of course I was happy with it. But, no one gets the perfect run. There's always something that gets in the way. Like, AFL teams never go, that was the perfect game of AFL I've ever played. Like, it's not really reality.
Yes.
But I had a lot of trouble with my wrist. I had a few ligaments in my wrist decide to snap on me and play havoc, and so that kind of put me down for a good few hours during that 24 hours, which I hadn't expected. So in my head, I was thinking I was going to hit about 7,000. So 5,756.
Wow.
It's still great, but
massive.
It wasn't what I had in my head. But it was really cool actually to see over the time during that 24 hours how I coped with that and how other people coped with that, the people around me. It was really interesting. It's kind of cool to sit back and reflect on that.
Interesting.
Like, I had a game plan.
Okay.
And then obviously when my wrist decided not to play, that went out the door.
Yeah.
But then all of my beautiful friends and helpers were like, okay, cool. I reckon there was about over 100 different game plans thrown at me.
Wow.
And I don't know what was going through my head, but I just kind of looked at them all blankly and I was like, nah, thanks. I'm just going to do it like this.
Yeah.
And I was doing the sums in my head, and anyone that knows me well knows I'm not good at maths unless I've got a calculator in front of me. And I was doing the maths, and you know what it's like, I'm better at maths when it's about me, or you're better at something when, you have to be.
Yes.
So I was like, no, okay, this is what I physically feel I can do right now, so I'm just going to do that.
Yeah.
So I was just winging it, and every 15 minutes my game plan probably changed, but I was slowly doing the maths in my head and trying to work it out, and we just ticked away at it.
Wow. What do you think would be the bigger achievement, having reached 7,000 or the fact that you got a wrist injury and you pushed
I think
through?
that. For sure.
Yeah, that you didn't,
yeah,
you
and
didn't
it
let
was,
that beat you.
No. I mean, you can't do anything. You wouldn't expect to do 24 hours of the same movement and come away unscathed, I don't think. I think you'd have to be a bit silly to think that some part of your body's not going to fold out. You're on your hands every 2 seconds. So, I got a lot out of being injured in that, I guess, and my wrist is still injured. Yeah. And I'm still learning and developing from that, I think. Setbacks are not always a bad thing. It's pretty annoying, but it's definitely helped me change the way I think and look at certain things.
Yeah, for sure. I think that is such a cool metaphor for life as well, where people set goals and then life throws you the curveball, and
that's
then like you said, it was actually overcoming the curveball that was actually greater achievement than 100%. Having just reached the goal in a straight line. And there's a lot to take away from that. I really like that.
Yeah, and I think that's why I do like my physical goals.
Yeah.
Because of that aspect. I don't want to be injured in everything that I do, but it's just, you're always going to have curveballs. Someone in your family might get ill. I might get ill, you know.
Yeah.
My machine might break,
Yeah.
you know. COVID might come around.
Yeah.
It's how you deal with all of those things to still reach your goal is kind of cool.
Yeah, 1,000%. I absolutely love that. I want to be respectful of the time. If this is a question I ask all my guests. First of all, I'm just curious. Do you believe everyone on earth has a purpose? Like you look at your clients and yourself, and like you believe everyone was put on this planet for a purpose?
Yep.
Yeah. What makes you say that?
I just, like I said before, I feel like I got told that I'll do this, and I was like, yeah, maybe. I might own a gym one day, whatever. I'm young, I can do what I want. I'll just roll with it. It'll happen. Someone knew. That was my purpose.
Yeah.
Someone knew and told my grandparents, that told my mum, and told me.
Yeah.
I just feel like, people do.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think that, but I can just see the people that, people excel doing what they love. So that's their purpose.
Yeah.
They wouldn't excel if that wasn't their purpose.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's so good. And my last question for you that I ask all my guests. If you could get access to the back end of Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and you had a minute to deliver a message to the world, and it was up to you, like you had to share something, the world really needed this message, what would you share with the world? What would you use that 1 minute to say?
Body image is not who you are. And make sure you have social media free time at least once a month.
Yeah. I love that. Why is that important?
Just to switch off. So much expectation around social media, and people get so wrapped up in it. And so in this little tunnel, I sometimes laugh. I did get TikTok during lockdown, and still I might be intrigued to go on it. So I'll say, okay, I'm giving myself a 20-minute TikTok tunnel, because it's a tunnel, you get trapped in it. So it's like, switch off. It's so good not to have that expectation on you or anybody else around you.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much, Louise.
Thank you.